King Charles took the throne less than 2 years ago, and already a health scare has royal watchers looking toward the future. Charles was clearly struggling with health issues in recent days, since it was first announced he'd be undergoing a procedure for an enlarged prostate. The procedure took place on January 29th, after which Buckingham Palace released a statement saying the 75-year-old monarch had been discharged. Days later, on February 5th, news broke that Charles had been diagnosed with an undisclosed form of cancer. In light of the surprising news, it's difficult not to wonder what this could mean for the monarchy should Charles's health take a turn for the worse. The monarch's heartbreaking cancer diagnosis was announced in a Buckingham Palace statement that said, "A separate issue of concern was noted during the king's recent hospital procedure for benign prostate enlargement." The statement added that the king has been advised by doctors to postpone public-facing duties. No one knows what will happen next, but even in the worst-case scenario, there is a line of succession behind Charles and protocols in place to keep the monarchy running. But it's also possible that he could choose to abdicate the throne if he is in poor health.
But as you get to 98,
he's doing
things
tremendous.
don't work so well.
Yes.
You don't just go with the 71.
In the case of King Charles's death, the palace will enact Operation Menai Bridge, a plan similar to Operation London Bridge, the code name used for the plans around Queen Elizabeth's death. While the details of Operation Menai Bridge remain under wraps, much of this plan likely has to do with Charles's funeral. The ceremony would reportedly take place 9 days after the monarch's death, and would most likely be a pared-down affair, similar to his coronation. But should Charles's cancer prompt him to give up the throne, that would be a different story. Prince William is next in line for the throne. An extra wrinkle is that Charles can't abdicate solely of his own free will. He would technically need Parliament's approval first. Should Charles be alive and deemed physically incapable of carrying out his duties, William will become regent. Business Insider spoke to Dr. Bob Morris, honorary senior research associate at UCL's Constitution Unit, for more details on what that would mean. According to the expert, in that turn of events, William takes over and has all the powers of the king, except some matters which are reserved. Dr. Morris also doubted Parliament would stop Charles from abdicating if he asked to. He explained, "The brute fact is if he wanted to go, no one could stop him, but at least the law can provide for the lawful succession of William."
I, William, Prince of Wales, pledge my loyalty to you, and faith and truth I will bear unto you.
When Charles dies or abdicates the throne, the entire line of succession will move up. This means royal family members will gain new titles. Most importantly, Prince William will take over the throne, and Kate Middleton will become Queen Consort, or Queen Catherine. The second Charles dies, William will possibly become King William V, unless he chooses to rule under a different name. William will likely proceed similarly to how Charles did after Queen Elizabeth II's death, and will see his coronation a few months later. Camilla will become known as Queen Dowager, and Princess Charlotte will be known as the Princess Royal. Charlotte will be the second in line for the throne, followed by her brother Prince Louis. First in line, of course, will be Prince George. Since George is currently so young, it's likely that Prince Harry would be called in to act as regent until George turns 18 years old, at which time he'd be able to rule on his own. Upon Charles's death, Harry will become fourth in line for the throne, but the first adult in line. Despite the fact that there are strict and thorough rules in place about how the monarchy will respond to Charles's death or abdication, it's clear that all of this shifting would cause a lot of change. For this reason and many more, we're hopeful that Charles is able to make a swift recovery.